When in Rome, do as Romans do. Fellow Toastmasters, lovely guests, tonight I would like to share my learnings from Erin Mayer's book, The Culture Map. Sorry, the blur background. That's not work pretty well. um, Erin mentioned about the culture differences in 8 scales: communication, evaluation, persuasion, leadership, decision making, trust building, disagreement, and time scheduling. Tonight, I will share my ideas in 2 areas: communication and evaluation. The first area, communicating across different cultures. Erin summarized some countries are low context during communication, means their good communication standard is precise, simple, and clear. Messages are expressed and understood at face value. Germany and America are among the low context countries. Some countries are high context, means their communication are layered. There are messages between the lines. They are implied. That means we need to read the air, read the information between the lines. My story. I was in Shanghai 13 years back when my wife was pregnant. We wanted to know the baby's gender before it was born, while doctors at that time might have some restrictions to tell baby's gender directly. So the dialogue was something like this. Hello, doctor. We want to buy some baby clothes. Will it be better to be pink, shine color, or gray color? Or will it be better to buy skirt? If the doctor mentioned a pink color or skirt, then we know it will be a girl. Most of the Asian countries are high context countries. So we learned to read the air when we grew up. But meantime, each individual is quite different. Some are really good to read the air. Some might need a little bit training. When I was 15, I went to my aunt's house quite often. My aunt and uncle always treat me with delicious meals. One time, I brought good imported cigarette to my uncle, as one of my brothers worked on international cargo ship. So the cigarette is really good. The next time when I was at my uncle's home, he had some of his friends there as well. He shared the cigarette with his friends and said, "The cigarette from my nephew is excellent. And unfortunately, not too many was left. Let's consume it slowly." The implication here is really to appraise the quality of the cigarette and a little bit show off of his nephew in front of his friends, right? The conversation will be happy ending here. While as 15 years old, I said, I will try to bring you more next time. This really generates an awkward moment. Why? Because this might give the impression my uncle is cheap, while he's middle class lawyer. Well, I really meant I want to bring more good cigarette to him. Luckily, my uncle and his friends laughed and then moved to a different topic. As you can see, read between the lines is important, isn't it? This also seems aligned with the saying, we have two eyes, two ears, and one mouth. Use them accordingly. My takeaway here is to know the culture and expectation difference is really important. So say what you mean and mean what you say might benefit the efficiency of communication in United States, while it also might put you in a little bit awkward situation like in my story. By the way, I do appreciate people in US explain a little bit more in context so I could understand more. The second area is about evaluating performance and providing negative feedback. From Aaron's research, Asian countries, Japan, China, India, are likely to provide indirect, negative, and high context, implicit feedback. Israel and French are likely to provide direct negative feedback. Americans are likely to provide low context, explicit feedback. An interesting example here is when British say, oh, by the way, what does British mean? Is the following criticism is the purpose of the discussion, while the Dutch understanding is this is not important. So understand the culture difference with evaluation is also very important. In US, we hear sandwich style feedbacks most of the time. I enjoy listening to the great evaluations from many peers of the club. I like the fantastic words they choose and the constructive suggestions they provide. My takeaway here is the constructive feedback part, no matter direct or indirect, is more important for my improvement. And the appraisal part will help me to build my confidence. This concludes my sharing on communication and evaluation learnings from Aaron's book, The Culture Map. It benefits me to understand the cultural difference and helps my efficiency in communication and evaluation. Hope it will benefit you as well. And welcome feedback, Toastmaster.